I'm Skopec of Project Hope, and I've recently returned from the Tigray region of Ethiopia, a region that for the last 6 months has been suffering from violence and internal conflict, resulting in one of the fastest growing humanitarian crises in the world today. Because crises like these develop over time, they rarely gather the kind of attention that more dramatic events, like a Category 5 hurricane or a massive earthquake, may have. But in fact, the impact on affected populations is often much greater. In Tigray, nearly 1 million people have been forcibly displaced from their homes. Health systems have been completely destroyed through looting and damage and destruction of health facilities. School systems have been shut down, and both planting and harvesting seasons have been lost. Our response in Tigray is about protecting and saving lives and relieving suffering of the civilian population whose world has been completely and totally upended. I met with one family that was sheltering in a school in Mekelle, that's the capital city of Tigray, and they recounted for me the night that they abandoned everything that they had and fled their homes. It was 2 months into the conflict, and they were farmers. They were in a small village. They were hopeful, they were expectant that the conflict would not affect them. But then they were awoken in the middle of the night to explosions and gunfire. They grabbed their children and they fled on foot. They walked for days to reach the safety of Mekelle, and since that time, they've been relying on the goodwill and the hospitality of the neighboring communities to provide for their basic needs. But those communities themselves are suffering from the impact of this prolonged conflict. Well, the good news here is that there are responsible, dedicated, courageous aid organizations on the ground in Tigray, working hand in hand with local communities to meet the most immediate needs of the affected population and support the road to recovery. By making cash donations to these organizations, you allow them to mobilize additional resources. It brings medical care and medical assistance to those who are displaced, food baskets to the food insecure and the malnourished, clean drinking water, education and psychosocial support for children who are struggling with the impact of trauma and displacement. This crisis has been building for months, but we don't have to stand by and watch. We can get involved today, and we can make a difference where it's needed the most.